Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is MTG Ghoul Dude, and today I thought I'd show y'all something a little different. So we all know that I go through Magic's history and that I'm categorizing and kind of just putting them all out in the open. So if anybody wanted to go back and use older zombies, that they can do that, and they have kind of some knowledge of that. But yes, so I've been putting together over the past few years now a 93-94 zombie deck. It's a powerless zombie deck. It's a variant of the zombie disco 93-94 deck, which runs the moxes, a few of the moxes and stuff like that for acceleration and stuff like that. And this is a more, I guess you can call it a poor man's zombie deck. I do have some aspects of the zombie disco theme, I guess you can call it. But I'm going to show y'all what I have, me personally, what I wanted to do with it, and where I took the deck. So to start it out, the format actually starts from alpha and runs all the way into Fallen Empires, I believe. So to start it out, I'm going to show y'all my beautiful revised Soul Ring. I got this off of a friend of mine. He wasn't playing, he decided he wasn't going to play Magic anymore. So he was like, hey, you want this Soul Ring? I was like, sure, I'll take it off your hands. And that's how I got that Soul Ring into this deck. Then we come up to the 4 copies of Cyclopean Mummy. Unfortunately, Cyclopean Mummy actually has the errata text on it. It says if it would be put into the graveyard, remove it from the game. The Walking Dead, for 1 and a black, you get a 1/1 that regenerates. 4 copies of that. Then we move into the Headless Horseman, who is a 2/2 for 2 and a black. 4 copies of that in the deck. 4 copies of Scathe Zombie, which is a 2 and a black for a 2/2 with vanilla. No abilities. 4 copies of that. 4 copies of these beautiful Zombie Masters, because I'm going to try and make all of my opponents land swamps if they don't already have any. So I might as well find a way to take advantage of that. Animate Dead, and I actually do have some cards that have seen some love and some play in their lifetime. That Animate Dead has not. But these copies of Bad Moon are gorgeous. You get a enchantment that says for 1 and a black, all black creatures gain +1/+1. That one right there has seen some love. And then we're going into kind of like removal, I guess you could say, because it's basically just for like Maze of Ith and stuff like that, or to screw opponents on their colors. Evil's Presence, for 1 black, you get an enchant land. Target land is now a basic swamp. 4 copies of that. And here we're coming into the cooler stuff again. My first ever demonic tutor that I've ever gotten. I know I don't need to explain what this card does to many of you out there. It's a tutor, one of the original tutors, and you're only allowed 1 in 93-94. Drain Life, which is a good either removal spell or it's a damage spell to your opponents. Mind Twist. Now this is a great spell to help pull you forward in the game while setting your opponent back. And you can make them, if you have enough mana, you can make them discard their whole hand. 4 copies of Dark Ritual, because you need that mana acceleration when you don't have any of the power. And to round out the rest of the instants or the interrupts, we have Terror, because you don't need to target black creatures. Most of the time you need to target white creatures or blue creatures or green creatures. And with this we come to the non-basic lands, which I have a Maze of Ith from the Dark and a Strip Mine, which I've recently been able to trade for due to my buddy Caleb Henson's kindness. And then we have off to the side these beautiful white border swamps. And then we're going to move into the sideboard, and this is where I said that the zombie disco theme kind of ruminated with me a little bit, I have 2 copies of Never Neural's disc, and if you're a viewer of the channel, not even a long time viewer, if you watched my last video, I recently got those in. Death Grip for the mono green decks in the format. 3 copies of Gloom because I'm not playing white, but because I'm not playing white, it doesn't matter if I'm not playing white. Pestilence. It does bury itself at the end of the turn if you don't have any creatures, but if you can keep all your creatures on the battlefield, it doesn't matter. Hymn to Torok, 4 copies of that in the sideboard for a more controlling plan if I'm running against like a control or combo deck. 2 copies of Paralyze. And to round out the sideboard, I have 2 copies of Terror. Thank you guys once again for tuning in and listening to me ramble on about zombies and all that other good jazz. And if this is something you're into, remember to like, subscribe. Let me know if this is something that piques your interest, because if it is, I might just, try to go into branching out into other different stuff. But alright guys, it's been already too long as it is to do a 60 card deck tech with a sideboard. So I guess I'll see you guys next time.